What's up guys, Mickle here, and one of the most promising use cases for cryptocurrencies going into the future is the use to build central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies can drastically transform the way we look at money and revolutionize our financial system, but they are not without controversy. We have seen a ton of pushback, people calling central bank digital currencies evil, and even people like Warren Davidson, a sitting US congressman, saying that companies like Ripple are evil for even helping countries build these central bank digital currencies. Well, in this video, I want to give you my opinion on all of this, talk about whether or not I think Ripple is an evil company, talk about whether or not I think all CBDCs are evil. I want to talk about what is going on in this market, how XRP is going to be used to build these systems, and whether or not I think this is a good thing. Towards the end of the video though, I also want to transition into talking about the crash we just saw in XRP. A lot of people are freaking out. A lot of people think all momentum is lost. I actually want to show you a very bullish take on what just happened by one of the best TA analysts I know out there. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP or the Flare token, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So I want to start this video off and really just jump into the whole CBDC discussion, because this is getting a ton of talk right now, and really the main reason this is getting so much talk in the XRP community is because Warren Davidson, an acting sitting US congressman, someone who's actually showed a lot of support for cryptocurrencies, is coming out and saying Ripple is an evil company for building CBDCs, he hates CBDCs, and he actually wants to put in a bill to actually ban CBDCs. Now, it's important to understand it is certainly not just Warren Davidson who's expressing concerns over CBDCs. There is a ton of people who say CBDCs are evil, there are no good use cases for them, we should completely ban them from the United States. Now, my personal opinion on this is I think that whole idea is pretty absurd. I think whenever you're talking about completely banning a technology, you're really missing the larger picture. I actually put out a written response to Warren Davidson, and I just want to read this to you and then kind of jump off of it. I said, here's my problem with Warren Davidson's CBDC stance. We already have digital money manipulated and tracked by the government. A tokenized version of this currency does not change that. The creation of CBDCs are inevitable. It's a massive upgrade to our financial infrastructure. There is a ton of good and a ton of bad. Why not work to create a Bill of Rights to get rid of the bad and keep the good? Why not embrace the technology but be proactive in protecting the public? Warren Davidson's approach to throw out the baby with the bathwater is wrong. Every new technology ever created had bad. The internet, AI, and even automobiles. But we didn't ban them out of fear. Instead, we worked to create safeguards to make sure the technology would flourish in a positive light. So I kind of want to go back through this slowly now and break down what I think are the most important points. And I want to start off with the fact that the government is already tracking everything we do with their own digital money. A lot of people make the point that as soon as we have CBDCs, the government's going to be able to watch all our transactions, the government's going to be able to control the money supply, the government's going to be able to do all these things, but they can already do it. We already have digital money. We already have the government watching all our transactions. All these things are already taking place, and think how often the government is printing money. They already manipulate the money supply. They already have their own version of a CBDC. I hate to say it, but the government is always going to do whatever they want. They're always going to be corrupt. The CBDC is not the thing that's corrupt, it's the government. And as long as we have corrupt public officials, they're going to take advantage of whatever system there is. I don't think a CBDC makes it any more easy. In fact, I think there's a lot that could be done with a CBDC to actually make what the government's doing a lot more transparent. So I think this is a really important point, because I think a lot of people hear a CBDC and get scared thinking that the government is now going to have some control they didn't already have. I don't think that's true at all. The government can do whatever they want right now. In a non-tokenized system, the government can just tell any company to say, hey, I want to get into your database and I need you to do this for me. And it happens all the time. We have seen the government force companies like PayPal to essentially just delete people's money out of their accounts. And this happens all the time with banks too. If the government chooses to target you, they're going to attack you. And we've also seen the government over the last couple years just drastically increase the money supply, completely changing the rules that we've all been playing by. This is all happening in our current financial system, but people are scared that these things are going to happen in the CBDC world. And they're probably right. They will happen in the CBDC world, but it's not like it's the CBDC that's doing it. It's the government. They're going to manipulate whatever system's being used. And at the end of the day, that's just the facts. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is just banning the innovation outright. There has never been a time in history where banning an innovation turned out to be helpful. Think about the internet. When the internet was first proposed, everyone was saying, oh, it's going to create all these black markets. People are going to use it to sell illegal things. People are going to use it to spread secret information all over the world. And all these things are true and all these things happened. But what we did was we created safeguards around the internet to drastically decrease the amount of times these bad things were happening and encourage good things happening on the internet. And what happened is a lot of the best things that the internet can do today weren't even thought of when these rules were being created. Right now, what Warren Davidson is doing is he's looking at all the evil things that could be created by a CBDC and saying, we need to get rid of CBDCs. We need to get rid of this technology and never go back. But this has never been the right approach. What we should be doing is making a set of rules that will limit CBDC's negative impact on all of us as individuals. We should be making sure we have privacy in our CBDC. We should be making sure the government cannot blindly manipulate the CBDC. And these are all things that would make a CBDC a better product than what we have today. These are things that happen today, and we don't have a CBDC. And a CBDC would also offer a lot of technology that isn't possible today. You wouldn't need a bank account, you would just need internet connection. You could actually own your money, you could actually own it in your own wallet, you wouldn't have to trust a third party to hold your funds. These are very simple things, but like I said with the internet, these are the building blocks to creating a product that is revolutionary to what we had today. It's just hard to see the big picture before it's built out. The most important thing here is a CBDC, if done properly, could be a massive transformation to the rails of our current financial system. To say we should just ban it because bad things can occur, I think is completely absurd. There has never been a time in history with any technology where just banning it was the solution. And I hope that answers the question to whether or not I think Ripple is a bad company for building these CBDCs. Not at all. Ripple has been a company since the start who has always tried to do things the right way, and I think they're going to do the same thing with CBDCs. If Ripple is working with governments to actually create CBDCs that are going to be a net benefit for the world, of course that's not evil. I think the biggest issue here is people are just fear-mongering the idea of these CBDCs. We need to make sure we implement this technology appropriately, but to say we should just get rid of tokenization of currency is a joke. Every single asset over the long run is going to be tokenized, including currencies, and CBDCs is just a slang way of saying tokenized currency. That's the world we are heading into. It could not be more obvious, and I really do think Warren Davidson is just missing the mark here by saying all this technology is bad. He would be so much more productive just looking how to foster this technology, but instead he just wants to ban it. I think it's the wrong approach, and I really hope it's people like me and other people reaching out to Warren Davidson who can help change his mind on this topic. With that said, though, I really do kind of want to move on and talk about the XRP price action right now. Blockchain Backer just put out a very, very interesting tweet where he's actually talking about what just happened with this crash. I quickly want to go over it and just show you guys because normally I don't really get into the technical analysis, but what just happened is actually pretty crazy. So what you're looking at right here is the XRP to Bitcoin price chart. It's just XRP divided by Bitcoin instead of XRP divided by the dollar. And also on the chart is a 200-week moving average. So essentially when this chart goes up, it means that XRP is increasing faster than Bitcoin. And when the chart goes down, it means Bitcoin is increasing faster than XRP. So what you can see is since mid 2019, XRP has been stuck under the 200-week moving average. Now this essentially means that XRP has been decreasing against Bitcoin. But what we just saw for the first time in 3 years is the fact that XRP pumped up above this 200-week moving average. Now, blockchain backer, who is an excellent trader, used this as a time to actually sell off some of his Bitcoin and increase his position in XRP. And just today, the moment he was waiting for was this price chart actually back testing the moving average. Now, for me, this is not something I would have ever picked up on a million years, but it's really cool to see good TA analysts like Blockchain Backer picking up on the fact that this crash right here is just confirming the breakout above this 200-week moving average, and we really could be setting up to be in a position where XRP outperforms Bitcoin for a substantial amount of time. Now, I really do think this would mean a massive rally in XRP into some kind of catalyst. What that catalyst is going to be, I have no idea, but the main thing I just really wanted to point out here is the crash we just saw on XRP really is nothing in the grand scheme of things. We just got above a very critical level, and despite the fact that we're back testing it, retesting the support, we still have a lot of room to go up. We are sitting in a very nice place above this 200-week moving average. It's not a place we have been for over 3 years now. So let's see how it plays out. There are a lot of smart analysts saying this could be the start to something big. Let's cross our fingers and hope they're right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.